The following story is a work of fiction and should not be taken as a representation of real events, facts, or individuals. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, or to real incidents is purely coincidental. The author and publisher of this story do not endorse or support the accuracy of the events depicted. This story is solely for entertainment purposes and should not be considered as a source of information or truth. Reader discretion is advised.
When they're like, why are you going across the country for?
Oh, my mom freaked the hell out. I mean, she just wanted me to stay in the general vicinity, as most mothers do. And my dad was like, all right, get your stuff, get out. Taking up too much space, eating
Dad
up all
didn't
my
really
food,
care.
eating up all the jerk chicken and stuff. But no, I mean, like, both my parents were just like, they understood what I wanted to do. I originally was trying to go all the way to Cali, but I graduated during the year of COVID. So, as you know, like, California had a bunch of state lockdowns, so I couldn't even move out there. But the position I applied for was for California and Colorado, so I just took Colorado, yeah. My sister, I mean, she was like, just good luck out there.
All right, guys, welcome to the new episode of The Exit. I am your host, Gideon Ofuit. If you don't know me, I am a real estate agent here in Arizona. So if you ever thought about moving, switching to a new home, or you just tired of renting, I'm going to drop my contact information. You can just reach out to me. But a little bit about that after, but we have a new guest, our first guest ever. His name is Drew. Drew, welcome, bro. How you doing?
What's going on, Gideon? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, Drew McPherson, daytime engineer, nighttime Batman / car racer, car enthusiast, video game stream. I mean,
damn, everything.
List goes on. I mean, I don't want to bore people, but I do a lot of different things. So
Batman.
Yeah. At nighttime, yeah.
At nighttime, how so? Tell me a little bit more.
Well, I mean, like, there's a common thing, honestly, where a lot of guys, I feel like most of the time, they give themselves a different type of personality depending on the circumstance or depending on, like, you know, the time of the day. Batman is more just like a, you know, hustle hard without talking too much and just show up places. So, like, when I go on vacation, I'm just there. I don't like say, oh, I'm in an airplane. I'm going to. Like, nobody cares.
Oh, okay, so your Batman is basically what you are during the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, then again, you also got, you know, Batman's daytime, you know, personality as well. So, you know, I mean.
That's what's up. What's up. Well.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Well, guys, I basically made this podcast basically because I used to have another podcast called Hustle and Shots, but we moved on from that. This is The Exit. So The Exit, we're mostly going to be talking about businesses. I'm going to bring a lot of people on the podcast. We're going to talk about business, health, wellness, anything. Basically, the word the exit means we're just basically exiting from our norm. So, like, basically out of the matrix. And basically whatever you call your norm, this is what the exit is going to be about. So I'm going to bring more guests, more people. It's going to get bigger. But this is the first episode, and this is the best episode so far. But yeah, that's why I brought Drew. Drew is one of close friends of mine. I met Drew a little bit. What is it like? We'll say like a year ago.
Yeah, I gotta be about a year ago now. Yeah.
Yeah, we met through that Scottsdale Run Club.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated because most of the friends that I have now I met through the Run Club. So yeah.
Yeah, that is also like kind of on the first time I moved out here. Was from the Scottsdale Run Club. So shout out to Jack and them, you know, putting that stuff together. I met some cool homies. I met Gideon, one of several homies I met through that, and it's also just something I enjoy. So yeah, it was just easier to meet people. It's a little bit harder to meet people when you're a professional. So these types of groups help out with that for sure.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So tell us a little bit more. Where did you move from?
So
what state?
I'm just gonna give the whole background. So I'm originally from New York City, from the East Coast.
What part?
Shout out Brooklyn Heights. You already know.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Right here. Come on, you already know the deal.
Damn, tatted too.
Yeah. I stayed there basically my whole life, and then I went to school at Rochester Institute of Technology, upstate New York, Rochester. And once I got my bachelor's there, I moved out to Denver, reason why I just moved out so far west, I just wanted to be outside of the East Coast. I've been up and down New England all the way to Florida
Very nice.
for all my internships and stuff. So I just stayed in Colorado, Denver specifically for like 3 years, trying to get promotion at my job, didn't get it, was fighting for it, and then I got a promotion when I moved out here, and I got 2 promotions since I've been out here. So
Oh yeah,
I
congrats.
think I made the right move so far, yeah.
What industry did you start at when you were in Denver?
So I've always been part of the aerospace and defense industry. I'm an engineer, bachelor's in electrical engineering, but now I'm a system engineer. So basically, I handle customer requirement engagement and stakeholder engagement. That's just the background I was in. I kind of made a transition from electrical to systems to more deal with like sales perspective. I'm trying to get into sales like in the long term. So just kind of like taking steps in my career towards that.
Oh, okay, baby steps.
Yeah.
What type of sales were you interested in?
Sales engineering. So pretty much just knowing a topic or a brand and being able to just sell that to a company, show that it works for their cause and their purpose, and then say like, you should probably use this for your thing because it's probably the best thing you can use. So
Okay.
Yeah.
More on the software side, I'm guessing.
yeah, so model-based system engineering specifically is more of a software component. It essentially just manages a list of customer requirements and gives feasible outputs to like the actual staff that would go and develop and engineer those items. So
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Let's go in deep into that.
Yeah.
How does that work out, like with the software and stuff?
yeah, so pretty much like at least in the history of aerospace and defense, a lot of the documentation is all like paper, very physical. So it's hard to keep track of when there's ever updates, new contracts, new government, new things that pop off, like, if we have enemy threats from wherever in the world. And to keep track of that all on paper is kind of a shit show.
Crucial. Yeah.
So just having everything on kind of like a cybersecurity secured online portal, so to speak, Internet of Things, we'll call it, just helps it for easier tracking and also for a lot of the legacy programs. A legacy program, by the way, is just basically a program that's been existing since like the 1960s or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Just helps to keep those programs up to date, and then also it's modernizing a lot of the contracts that come in. So
Very nice. So you're more into like the government contracts.
yeah, I am trying to go commercial, but defense kind of plays well, so I'm gonna get that money in there.
Yeah, that's honestly, I used to be in government contracts.
Okay.
I was in government contracts for, we'll say 6 years, and not there anymore. So I'm doing sales, yeah, real estate agent. But yeah, I used to what we used to do is we do procurement with the government. We get contracts in. I was more on the defense side of the contract, so we handled anything defense. So like Navy yards, shipyards. I mean, tanks, any softwares that will go into like we'll say aircrafts and stuff. So yeah, our company was dealing with was the defense side of the company. But yeah.
Oh, so you engaged a lot with engineers and technical folks then, right? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
I was more of like the contract negotiator also.
That's what I was trying to get. Yeah, so it's kind of funny you mentioned that. Like that's where I'm trying to get into because they actually make all the money and they actually are able to talk to the customer to kind of sell the product, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very nice business if you have your foot in the door and you know a lot of people. Some
Yeah.
companies are different, so I can't really speak for all companies. But if you like enter with the right company, like it's a great gig,
Yeah.
great money and everything. But yeah, that space is like, it's always needed.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
always needed.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you do now?
So now I work for another defense company, but now I'm like
Very nice.
a principal level for that position. So pretty much I'm like 2 tiers down from like being the most senior possible for my team. Now I'm doing a lot of development. So I'm basically developing requirements that I'll hand down to an actual like hands-on test engineering team on the engineering bay, and they'll actually go and take that documentation, buy the necessary parts, and then build that component that we're trying to sell to the customer. So I'm seeing everything from like literally from start to finish, which is a little bit different because you don't really see that in defense much. Usually everything's already built up. You just got to keep it going. So this is something that I'm seeing from like literally start to finish.
Okay,
So
very nice.
yeah,
Very nice. All right, let's circle back to your background. You said you were from New York. You made a really big move and you went to Colorado. What like what was your purpose? Like what was the reason why you moved so like what I'm guessing you live with your parents, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
what were their initial thoughts when they're like, why are you going across the country for?
Oh, my mom freaked the hell out. I mean, she just wanted me to stay in the general vicinity, as most mothers do. And my dad was like, "All right, get your stuff, get out." Taking up too much space, eating
Dad
up all
didn't
my
really
food,
care.
eating up all the jerk chicken and stuff. But no, I mean, like both my parents were just like they understood what I wanted to do. I originally was trying to go all the way to Cali, but I graduated during the year of COVID. So, as you know, like California had a bunch of state lockdowns, so I couldn't even move out there. But the position I applied for was for California and Colorado, so I just took
Okay, very nice.
Colorado. Yeah. Um, my sister, I mean, she was like, just good luck out there, kind of thing. I mean, it was mainly my mom that was kind of like worried because she was like, "Don't go hiking in the morning. You're the only black person." Like, you know. So I'm like, all right, I don't want to be up at 3 a.m. in the middle of nowhere anyway.
Is
So
is Denver that dangerous?
no, I mean, there. All right, so there's different like areas in Denver, right? Kind of
Okay,
like
yeah.
different like cities within Denver, right? And I know I talked to my one friend. Shout out Aaron, black anime, off black anime.
Shout out Aaron.
So I met him at my first job, and he lives in Aurora, and apparently Aurora, Colorado, is the hood. Now, if anybody's from Colorado and y'all say Aurora is the hood, y'all need to go to Chicago or like just go to a real city for real. Sorry, because like the hood isn't like you have one street light out. Like there's like a whole area where you're just not supposed to walk that block kind of thing. Like especially where I'm from. So it's like they just say it's the hood. I think it's because they have more diversity there. I don't really know, but that's kind of what they call it, the hood.
Okay, yeah, I never been to Colorado. So
Beautiful place.
actually, nah, I take that back. I have been to Denver multiple times. Usually when we go, we don't really like venture out too much. We stay in downtown.
Closer to the
you know.
city.
The
Yeah.
food is amazing. The people are freaking awesome in Denver. And the scene is beautiful during the summer. I went there. The last time I was there was like 3 years ago. Take it back. The last time I was there was last year, actually, last summer. But I was only there for like 2 days, so I don't know if that counts. But downtown Denver is beautiful. I love Denver. I feel like
Denver is kind of copying Scottsdale now.
Oh, really?
With the clubs and everything all back, but
Yeah.
it's kind of not making it less authentic. But
I can see myself in Denver if it wasn't too cold. But
yeah, I mean, when it's cold, we just go snowboard. I just snowboard when it's cold.
okay.
Yeah, straight. I mean, I'm no expert by any means, but when you're snowboarding, you get up early. The sun is hitting you. You have your whole outfit on and everything. Like you're working up a sweat. You don't even feel cold. So, yeah, no, Denver's cool. I got my first rescue dog out there, so a lot of experiences that. Mr. G, my homeboy, that's my little pup. I never owned any pets before, so that was made living in Denver a very nice experience for me because I never rescued a dog before. So
Oh, very nice. How old was he?
he was 9 months old,
Okay.
but they had him on the chopping block within the first 2 months of him being born. He ran away. 2 months later, they found him. They put him in another euthanasia spot in New Mexico. They transferred him to Texas and then transferred him to like Fort Collins, Colorado. So he did all that in 9 months. So yeah, when I heard all that, I'm like, yeah, I'll just take him because I'll straighten him, get him on the straight and narrow. So
Very nice. Very nice.
yeah.
But yeah, from there, so like you were in. Let me guess. Were you in Denver for how long? Were you in Denver for?
About 2.5 years, let's say
2 years.
2020 to 2022.
Okay. very
I think
nice.
I moved here, 23? Yeah. So I actually, the summer of 23. Till the summer of 23. So 2020, 2023.
Okay, nice. So let's say you move from Denver, which is cold very cold in the winter, beautiful in the summer. You come to Arizona. What part of Arizona? Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, yeah.
Come to Scottsdale, Arizona. What was like the difference between? I mean, when did you get here? Did you get in here in the summer or no?
I came here during that one like
Winter?
extended summer when it was like October and it was like 115 or
So
something.
you get here and you're like, God damn, it's hot.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the job that I got here, I had a chance to come and fly out and check out the area before I decided to move out here. So
Okay.
when I did that, that was during that time, and I was like, this is like the dry heat, so it didn't really phase me that much. So it was kind of like
Being from New York, huh?
I mean, I don't know. Like people say that it's like 105. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, sure. But
It's
like
humid in New York.
it's not humid though. Y'all have to understand when it's humid, that's diabolical work. Like we're talking
Diabolical.
like Texas, July. Go to any of these places, Texas, Florida, middle of July, late August, and it's like 95 degrees. That is ass. That is not okay. Like here, 105, 100, 110. Yeah, it sucks. But like once you get in the shade, it's not that bad. So
Yeah, we have beautiful weather today, huh?
yeah, today it was crazy. Today it was like 87 degrees, and I'm like, what the heck? It's like middle of July, but I'm not gonna complain about that, you know.
So yeah, you make your big move. You move to Scottsdale. What did you think? What were your thoughts?
My thoughts of Scottsdale, or my thoughts of like the entirety of like, Phoenix, I guess.
I guess we can.
Because
Start,
I was
we can
split
start.
those two.
We can start at Phoenix.
Okay.
Let's just start at Arizona and Phoenix.
Okay. Honestly, it's very similar to Austin, Texas. I've been to Austin to visit a friend of mine, and Phoenix just gives off that vibe of like it's up and coming. Like they just had a contract to award a semiconductor company to build up more at their off branch of Honeywell, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but basically that more jobs are coming on the way here for tech. And so it's just basically a hub. I mean, Denver's kind of growing the same way as Phoenix is. It's just Denver's growing at a little faster pace for like aerospace, but like Phoenix in general is growing in that area. So I feel like for the area for opportunity for tech is there for sure. So if you're in STEM, like definitely move out here before it's too late and you can't get opportunities.
Actually, don't move out here. It's terrible. Arizona is.
I actually don't move out here. That's my bad.
The rent is too high. The females are not good looking. Everything is expensive. Food is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Yeah, don't move here. But if you do want to move here, hit me up.
Want to bask in the sun.
If you do want to move here, you want to learn more about Arizona, you want to learn more about Scottsdale, Phoenix, any part of the valley, just hit me up. I'll be happy to show you around. I'll be your tour guide, personal tour guide. But yeah, so your thoughts of Phoenix? Was it good? Was it bad?
I thought it was straight. I mean,
okay.
I like the area. It's hard being from New York City to compare other cities because for me, a good city is like a walkable place. Like you could walk from point A to point B and find holes in the wall on the way. Okay, like you can't really do that in Phoenix. Like Roosevelt Road is probably the only spot where you can like do that. There's bars and stuff right next to the restaurants and everything, coffee shops, but like you can't really walk anywhere. And the tram system?
Yeah,
that's not really the best idea way to walk around. The transit, yeah. So, but.
I mean, the thing I can testify on Arizona, there's always something to do. Like, if I'm bored, I can always find something to do in the city. Besides, if it's downtown Phoenix, if it's Scottsdale, if it's Tempe, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like I can always find something to do out here. I don't know about you, but what do you think?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like this. First Fridays that happen down here are nice. It's basically just like an open bazaar, open store, antique stores, food, stuff like that, where you can walk around.
Food trucks
and all that.
That happen in downtown Phoenix.
Great, like dating idea. If you want to take someone out, like that's a perfect dating idea. Just do that. It's very, very nice. And then there's a lot of like little like low key like coffee shops and stuff too. Like the coffee shops and everything.
Yeah.
Like that is, you can't really, there are nice spots out here and they're all authentic too. So.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
What's your go-to, we'll say, like, food spot in Scottsdale, Arizona? Like,
oh man,
what are you into?
Shout out my boys, the Bellas.
Damn.
The Bellas, they got the nice Italian subs. It reminds me of back home. Lassen and Hennings getting my nice, rotisserie chicken cutlet sandwich.
Cutlets.
They're big on the protein and all that. That's just a go-to spot for my lunch. If I'm in the area, I'm just gonna go there and just get a sandwich because I don't really do all the fancy. What is it called? Etta and what was I don't know. Like there's just like fancy stuff. Like I just want to eat. Like I don't really, But that's another thing you were talking about. Different city, like my first thoughts of like Phoenix, right? So first thoughts of like Scottsdale now, since we're on the east side of the valley. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it is very like high school esque, right? So,
how so?
So like you could get into a group or be like in a small circle of people, and it could be cliquey in a sense if you are not yourself. So if you're just someone who kind of follows people and you don't really like have your own authentic self, then you're gonna get lost in Scottsdale and then trying to match everybody's vibe. But if you stand on business and you see some BS, you're just like, that's not really my style. I'm gonna back away from that kind of thing, because it's very easy to get caught up in that, especially the image. Scottsdale is all about the image, and half of these people don't really.
Let's say it's my first weekend here, right?
Okay.
I land. I'm from the East Coast. I've never been to Arizona. I land right in down, Phoenix, Sky Harbor. And I'm like, hey, Drew, what are things to do at night in Scottsdale, Arizona? What's your go-to thing?
Oh, man, to go out in Scott. It
Like,
depends on what type of
what
night
do you
you're
hang
looking
out?
for. Are you looking for a rager, or are you just looking to just
I would
like,
say
vibe
more
out?
of like a chill vibe, like maybe grab 2 cocktails or a cocktail somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's I don't remember the name of it, but there's a rooftop bar that's like South Scottsdale going towards like Tempe.
Okay.
It's a nice chill spot. You just get like 1 or 2 cocktails. You see the sunset. It's like super, super chill.
It's in Tempe?
Yeah, it's in Tempe. But Scottsdale, there is a rooftop spot in Old Town. I just can't remember the name of it. It's like part of a hotel. And you just kind of like, it's right by like, if you look up like 4 Till 4 Coffee, it's like just south of that. And you can just take the elevator all the way up to like the 5th floor, and you see like a nice view of everything.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Old Town is basically like the downtown of Scottsdale. It's like where everything happens. So
Yeah. But that's where I recommend. I mean, I just have a whole list. Matter of fact, I have a whole list. I mean, I could pull that up later or whatever. But like, that's where I recommend.
Okay.
Now,
So
if you're trying to be rager,
that's for the chill vibe, like,
yeah,
right?
the rager stuff
What
is just.
what
all
if
the
I
way.
want to like get lit? I want to rage out. I want to like go out with the boys.
Just go to the entertainment district. All the bars are right next to each other. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What do you recommend?
I honestly would recommend Maya, the new Maya spot, and I think that Hefe is still a go-to spot.
Okay, I've heard of Maya. It's a little bit of like you gotta dress up
It's like
a little
Vegas
bit.
kind of,
Yeah, Vegas vibe.
Ibiza kind of thing.
Vegas, Biza,
Yeah,
house music vibes.
yeah, like Afro. Yeah, that's a nice spot. I mean, that's a controlled spot. You go to Hefe, it's more just like ratchetness.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if like let's say I'm like, all right, I'm trying to have like a 2-man. So it's you and I, right? We're Saturday night. We're trying to do something like. We're trying to have a 2-man. What would you like? Where will you start the night off?
Go to Shiv. Go to Shiv. Do not go to Hefe. Do not go to Cake. Do not go to 1111 talking about something. What's going on, shorty? Do not. Just go to Shiv. If that doesn't work out, just stand in the street.
Stand in the street and spit the game.
Because I'm just saying this, not even from experience. I've watched videos and stuff like that, and I've just seen people try to talk to other chicks or males or whatever you're into, and at clubs and stuff like that, and they can't even hear you. So what's the point? Like I'm not gonna try to talk to a shorty, and I'm in the club and I can't even hear her. I'm just gonna nod my head yes because I just want the digits. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like
yeah, I feel like the dating the what is it, the outgoing vibe and / dating life here, it's kind of different, right? Because like how can you go to a club that you barely can hear and try to pick up a girl's number?
For the stimulus, I guess. I mean, some people just want the stimuli of being outside and amongst the lights and the music and everything like that. And I know I have some folks that work in the entertainment district at nighttime, and they're like, it's a lot of the same stuff. Yeah. So obviously it caters towards people who either didn't get that much like when they were in college or something, or just like they're just not from an area where they do that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, when I first moved out here, I thought like Scottsdale was like up and coming.
So like now it's like crazy. They're like there's bars that are popping, there's restaurants, things are like just booming. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I'm not the mayor of Scottsdale, but I prefer that they invest more into their the old town area that talks about the history
The
of the
infrastructure.
place,
Yeah.
infrastructure. Because I mean, it's like the old west, so it's like you're not really catching that unless you really go look for it. That's supposed to be
Yeah,
the
the
thing
Wild
that's on
Wild
the
West.
face. Yeah, that's supposed to be on the face of Scottsdale. You look up Scottsdale, you're supposed to see some cowboy or something. Like even if you have to go all the way out to like Mesa or wherever to actually do that horse riding and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy. You'll see it sometimes. I don't know if I've heard. I mean, I've went to this one bar of Scott. What's called Not Your First Rodeo, and I saw people like. I saw two people actually with horses.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
is,
But it's like that's like
I thought it's supposed to be a common thing, huh?
yeah, but
it's
that's
not.
more like so the best way to describe it is if you're from New York City, anybody watching this, like it's the same thing as pretty much like you going and you seeing the carriages in Central Park and they're like, oh, this is a regular thing, and then you get on there and they're charging you like $3 a minute to ride like one block.
Okay.
Like that's kind of vibe. That's the kind of vibe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, very nice. So yeah, Scottsdale, man. So let's say I'm like, all right, tonight is the night. I'm not trying to go to Scottsdale. What other cities would you like recommend?
Cities in general, like in the States or like
In
Arizona. I mentioned Tempe earlier. It's like just
Okay.
south of Scottsdale. I know it's a college town. I know that ASU is right there, but there are some spots where you can have a nice chill. Like I said, that one bar that I forgot the name of. There's some nice like chill areas, and then I really guess like Arcadia too. Arcadia is like west of Scottsdale,
Okay, I actually
and that's
never
like
been.
you never been. It's nice because I mean you're
At
basically just
nighttime?
getting like I mean it's just a bunch of breweries and stuff like that. It's chill. It's very very chill, and you don't have to like fight to get like parking or to get
Okay.
in or whatever.
So it's
Yeah.
easy access.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Great food.
I would say great food. Yeah. Osho Brewery. Shout out to them folks. They got
Okay.
bomb pizza. I actually approve. You have my New York City stamp approval.
But yeah, I wish one thing I wish that they had over here. I'm a big jazz fan. Jazz and blues fan. So like I wish there was like a cocktail bar that was
I think Trophy Room does that.
trophy room.
I feel
Okay.
like that's downtown
got-
Phoenix.
I gotta check them out.
Yeah.
But
It's
like-
a little high end, but
Yeah. I wish there was like a little jazzy cocktail restaurant or bar where I can just go like sit down, maybe smoke a cigar, drink some whiskey and listen to some jazz music.
there's definitely they're probably all downtown Phoenix. They're probably
Yeah,
never gonna be in Scottsdale.
I gotta check them out.
They're never gonna be in Scottsdale. Sorry. Just I mean, I say that like with not to be too. 'Cause it's just Scottsdale is really just focused on people just like focus on like the bachelor parties and all that stuff over there.
Okay.
So they're all
Bachelor
focused in the Old Town area, right? But if you go North Scottsdale, actually you can find some of that.
Okay.
Even that one spot that's in the Fashion Square Mall, the Caesars Republic or something like that. They have
Barbino.
yeah.
I love that place.
They have a nice like
I
little
love
lounge area.
Barbino. I went there went there like a couple months ago. I love the vibe. Like they sometimes have house music there. Yeah, and I'm like, I love house music, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is part of the segment of the podcast where we take a shot. So I made you a drink over there
Diabolical.
to
What is this?
to loosen up a little bit because we're about to dive in
All right.
some deep conversations.
All right. Yeah. Here
Cheers,
we
bro.
go.
All right, here we go. So yeah, so back to like what we were talking about earlier, right? The dating life here. How's the dating life for you been when you came to Arizona?
The dating life has been interesting. We're comparing it to Denver. It is more hands-on, I'll say,
Okay.
than in Denver. And what I mean by hands-on, if you're an individual who thinks that like you're very much at the stereotype of like, all right, you got to be, for example, as a guy, you got to be a provider. You got to provide for a girl to do X, Y, and Z. You will get used as much as humanly possible and then toss to the side.
Sheesh.
So I'm not trying to say be like cheap and stuff, but I'm just saying like make sure you know your value, the person that you're talking to, because they will try to take advantage of you. Now this is just anywhere, but here in particular,
In Arizona?
here in particular, it's very image based because it's just like a lot of people from like Cali or what, this is a little bit cheaper in Cali in comparison. You still get the same vibes of like being like SoCal or whatever.
Okay, very nice.
So like you just have to kind of be wary of that, at least from a guy's perspective. I mean, like my personal experience, like it's been kind of smooth. I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend or anything like that. But like I noticed that I've had to change my demeanor a little bit since dating out here versus in Denver, where I feel like I was too much of like a simp kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so you had to like build some tough skin, huh?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Kind of like I was mentioning earlier, where like you just don't want to get taken advantage of. I don't know, for like guys like me, I had like one serious relationship in the past, and that went south just because like my ex, she was just like, yeah, I feel like you could do more, and I was already doing everything. So I was like, that kind of toughened me up a little bit, because now I was like, all right, well, you know what? Until someone proves to me that they could do something at least 40% of what I can do, I could do everything on my own. I don't really need anybody else.
Well, I can't really talk for all females, but like from what I see is like some females, I feel like they feel like if they have everything that they like, if they're dating someone and they have everything, like he's a provider, he checks all the boxes, and their toolbox, I feel like most of them just get bored, so they want the next best thing. So like he's already.
Well, that's
doing
why everybody be watching the Love Island. I don't watch. This is why I'm not even gonna say every female watches Love Island, but this is why they like watching like Dated and Related, Love Island, any other show that's in that realm on Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, whatever you name it, Birdcock, whatever.
Birdcock?
whatever TV, whatever thing you want to talk about. It's all the same. It's just basically trying to engage an audience purely off of lust instead of actually looking at a person and then seeing like if you vibe with that person. You should be looking at a person. Yeah, of course, physically you got to see if you like the person physically, obviously. That's the first thing you see. But you got to make sure that vibe check is marked off. If the vibe check is not off, you could just be like, hey, vibe's not right, and, it's chill, instead of trying to weasel, conniving, and do all this extra stuff, because it just burns energy that you don't need to necessarily use.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that, too. It's just like, am I wasting my time, or are you wasting your time? Like, vice versa, you feel me?
Yeah. I mean, both parties are wasting their time regardless. Like, even if you're dealing with a shorty who's like, wants to say they have a lot of guys DMing them and stuff like that, it's like, that's great, but you're not talking to them, you're talking to me, so why are you bringing that information up?
For sure.
Like, I don't really, if I were to go around, I'm telling you, as a guy, if I were to go around, now I model now, so now like my exposure, my face is way out there now, like for modeling gigs and stuff like that. If I were to go out there and be like, I have a lot of girls in my DMs, and, so I just be ignoring them and talking to you. All right, the girls would be like, all right, bye. Go talk to them then.
Yeah.
They'll be quick to that. So it's like you got to have that thick skin. That's why I was talking about that thick skin, where you just got to kind of be like, all right, I'm here. So if you're obviously talking to me, then must means you mess with me.
Yeah,
so,
you can't show any weakness, right?
Yeah. Which is hard, because I feel like for guys, if you really want to get to know if a chick really messes with you or not, you do kind of have to show that side a little bit, but not too much.
Okay.
Like, obviously you're human. Everybody has, it's impossible to be hard all the time,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like circling back to what you were talking about, the dating shows like Love Island. Like, I feel like I never understood why people watched it, but it's like, if those guys were doing exactly what they were doing on TV, like in real life, I feel like girls will hate that. But it's so like,
but it's appealing to watch.
Yeah, it's appealing to watch.
Yeah.
It's like, the chaos.
Yeah.
We love the chaos.
Yeah. I was on the Pod the Balloon show.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
You were, right?
Yeah, I was on the Pod the Balloon show.
How was that?
Episode 17, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was interesting as well. I mean,
did you find true love?
No, because I'm single. But
Did you find anybody on that show? You were like, damn,
there
shorty.
was one girl on there that I messed
Okay.
with, but like she was not local, and I'm not doing long distance again.
Yeah, I can't do that shit
So
either.
you know, we just mutually said, hey, like it's not gonna work, and I just popped her shit.
Pop the balloon, huh?
Yeah,
Pop,
but
pop.
yeah, that was an interesting experience. That was my first time being on like a big major
Oh shit.
thing, right? Because since then I would get like a casting call for like The Bachelorette and stuff like that. So
Damn.
like, it kind of
So
built from there, but like
So you're popping off, bro. You're an
yes.
engineer. You're modeling, huh?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
You're modeling here and there.
yeah.
You also, I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but you're also in a car scene, correct?
Yeah.
Your car scene.
Yeah.
Then you're on Pop the Balloon
Yeah.
TV show. Like, what else? What else is next?
Hopefully to get my dog into the Olympics that they have for after the
Dog
Macy's Day
Olympics.
Parade, the dog show stuff. That's the
Okay,
next
shit,
thing.
very nice.
Check that off the list if I can. Yeah.
Damn. So you're doing a lot. You're a busy man. So I'm glad that you were able to like come here and just spill everything out on the mic.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
hell yeah.
It's like opportunity to kind of talk about just regular stuff that most of the time you just don't get a chance to talk about. So
Okay, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So back to the dating scene. Like, what? Like, let's say you meet like a nice girl. Where do you usually meet them at? Like, do you meet them online? Do you meet them in person? A restaurant, coffee shop? Like,
So yeah, I mean, I do use like the dating apps and stuff, but I would say like 70% of the time is probably just like at the gym or just wherever you're at mostly.
oh really?
So, gym.
One
coffee shop.
thing I've been less about picking up girls. I hate that. Like, I've never picked up a girl's number at the gym, or if I do, I feel uncomfortable about it because I feel like they're focused, they're working out, they have music in their ear, they don't want to get bothered. But then again, you come across like those few gems that you're like, damn, she's fucking beautiful.
All right. Do you watch anime at all?
Not really.
Okay. So I like to compare things to simpler things to make it easier for people to understand. So if anybody anime, out there, y'all probably understand. So Dragon Ball Z, right? You got Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, all them guys. The biggest concept from that show is ki. Ki is basically your energy signature reading. So it's basically your aura. We'll call it, because people call it aura now. If you can develop that seventh sense of knowing that your aura is emanating to somebody,
Yeah.
then you don't really have to do much of the work. Because I peep this, and this is just from understanding how women operate from a little bit, just from a general perspective. They're not looking to see who's talking the most or who's pumping the most weight or who's like, taking their pump cover off and flexing the mirrors. They're looking at the guy who's just in there, locked in, goes and does their bench press or their rows or whatever, and then just kind of walks past the girl like they didn't even see him there, kind of thing. Because that basically tells a chick, like, I'm not important enough for him to notice me. If I actually mess with this dude, I'm gonna put my ass in front of him, or I don't know, maybe like take a quick side look or side glance or something or whatever, so that he can see that I'm trying to get his attention. And usually that's how you can approach someone at the gym.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, for me is like, I mean, the way you describe it it's like different. So like for me, when I'm at the gym, that's not really my main focus. You feel me? But like sometimes I'll be like, damn, like this is like the third time I see this girl. She's always focused. She's always at the gym. Like, how would I approach that situation? Like, how would I get over that oomph? You feel me?
Yeah.
like-
kind of double back on that. Yeah, I don't primarily focus on that too. I just know for sure, like, that's the way that it's been for me to talk to girls at the gym.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe I have to try it. You feel me? Like, I have to like go in the state of mind. Not even like worried about my environment per se. You feel me?
Well, they
And I
say
just-
the great things come to those who wait, but they also come to those that least expect it.
Yeah.
So
And you never know. That can be my wife right there.
yeah, exactly.
And I'm not taking my shot.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that and I fare with this too is approaching, and being initially like approaching, right? A lot of guys are scared to do that because they're scared of rejection and getting embarrassed. It's just got to be if you're in the mood for it, because shooters shoot. You're going to get rejected. Honestly, I embrace rejection. Now that I'm getting rejected now, my ex is over here stalking me. I'm like, yeah, you snooze, you lose. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I'm here, you know. So I started to embrace rejection now, and I encourage all my young men out there to do the same. Don't be like a Debbie Downer about it, but at the same time, like, use that as motivation to put you to the next level, financially, physically, socially, whatever.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, like, I mean, so when you go to the gym, like, right, do you have like a set thing to do weekly? Like,
I change it up. I
change it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now I'm doing like a lot of high rock stuff. If you don't know, high rocks is like it's like a full body CrossFit competition, involving running, using machines like a row machine, skier machine, and all that. So I've changed up my routine a little bit.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think about the upcoming, right? You talked about the modeling and everything, like your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like, what's next? What's next for you?
Well, I'm hoping that I have this modeling event coming up next week, the Phoenix Swim Week. It's a pretty big modeling event, and this is gonna be my first time like doing the whole like catwalk thing, media day, all that. So I think that's gonna kind of push me to the next level to be able to get modeling gigs, to do sign-ons like for like Calvin Klein, like Aristotle, all that kind of stuff.
Some brand awareness, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because I already got hit up from one brand that I worked with. They do like athletic wear, so I'm trying to bump that up to be the side thing. And eventually, you know, as time progresses, hopefully it becomes a regular thing. And that could fund my car content business.
Very nice. Well, you guys heard it. You heard everything from the modeling from Drew, the dating scene. You heard about his 9 to 5. You heard his purpose or his reasoning of why he moved out here in Arizona. So if you have any more questions for Drew and everything, I'll drop his tag, his Instagram, and his social in the video. Please like and comment if you want to see more videos coming up. That's how we boost this podcast and we blow it up. Peace.
Yeah.